So we're making dog food this morning. We got 5 pounds of rice. Each one of these containers is 2.5 pounds and 8 cups of water. This is the beginning. So I just put in a dozen eggs, as you can see. Mix it in with the rice. Get them hard boiled. Shell and all. The dog will eat the shell for the calcium and all the goodness inside those eggs. So I've got 6 in each one of these containers. I'm just going to leave it alone now. Let the rice do its thing with the water. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Rice is all fluffy. Eggs are mostly cooked. Now, because I am also a brewer, I have a 5-gallon bucket. And I'm going to take each one of these containers. I don't know if I mentioned to you that this is actually a raw meat diet with rice, with Dinovite vitamins, eggs, hard-boiled, all crushed up. And then we put them into containers, and you'll see that a little later. But for right now, we got to cool this down. So we're going to put the cover on and leave it to cool. So here we are. The rice and the eggs are nice and cold, and we're going to be adding all natural ground turkey this week, or this feeding time. And so what we're doing here is 9 pounds of meat, 5 pounds of rice, and a dozen eggs hard boiled. And now we're going to mix them up, and then we're going to package them in these little containers and then freeze them. So we put them all in the freezer, leave one out for tomorrow, and that's how it goes for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And just so that there's no confusion, we use Dinovite only because that's what we've used for the last 3, 4, or 5 years. And our dogs are never sick. And I think it's good stuff. So this isn't a commercial. But the first thing we do, or the first thing that we're going to add to the rice and the eggs is going to be a cup of the Dinovite. About a cup. And then just a little bit more. About a cup and a quarter. And that's all there is to it. Now, you're going to be doing this all by hand, and so I use rubber gloves. One thing, it's just hard to get that stuff off your hands. And so I find these are, so we're just going to go in here and just kind of mix it all up. I've added all the meat. And I'll tell you, when you're breaking the eggs are hard. And the best way to break up eggs is to smash one against the other. That's what I've been doing as I run my hands through here. Next is going to be packaging. I'll tell you, the gloves are great. You gotta wear gloves. I did a long time without gloves, and it was a mess to clean up. Can't get the turkey off your fingers. A 5-gallon bucket is a good idea. You can get these from Home Depot for like, I don't know, $5. So there we go, we're all ready to go. So I'll take a container. Reach in from the bottom, pull it up, and just put it in. Take another one. From the bottom. Always pick it up from the bottom. This way you know you're getting a good mix. pretty easy, right? And I think it costs the same as dry dog food or canned dog food or whatever you might be feeding them, and it's a whole lot better for them. We had a Chihuahua that she looked like she was on her last legs when she was like, I guess 13, 14 years old. And that's when we got Adele, and I decided I wanted to feed her raw meat diet. And my wife agreed, so we went that route. And Evie loved it, that was the Chihuahua. And she wound up living like 5 more years. So it's, she really did look like she was on her last legs. So I think this stuff did help her. And it's kept us from going to the vet. So there you have it. I'll be making up the rest of these containers and making room in the freezer. This is Richard Ivers. Have a nice day.